welcome back to Crafters TV. Hello there.
Hello. I know, it's a bit weird, isn't it? They put us both in the kitchen together.
I know, both over here together. What a great day we've got coming up on Crafters TV.
We have.
Got to kick it all off, of course, right now, right here with your wake-up call. Have a look at all the best bits that are coming up throughout the day. Then we've got a masterclass a little bit later, but it's a special one, isn't it?
It's a masterclass all about Sarah's signature. So we've got the boxes, we've got Country and Lane, we've got the dragonflies, the butterflies, we've got them all. We've got them all, and we're going to go through them all.
We've really got you taken care of in that show. And also we've got some brilliant deals, some 70% off. I'm going to tell you about one of those in just a minute. I know, 70% off, not to be sniffed at. That'll be at 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. over on the West Coast. And then a little bit later, Monday Makers.
Monday Makers, yes. Lots going on there. Treat boxes. I forgot what we're doing.
Chalkboard.
Oh, chalkboards, the flowers, a bit of colouring, those gorgeous stamps from yesterday. Nice. Yeah, lots of things.
Really loads of stuff coming up. Don't forget about the Memorial Day sale. It's bank holiday today over in the US. Lots of people got a day off. Should have been a bank holiday for us today.
It should have been our bank holiday
today. It should have been, but the Queen stole it. She did, she nicked it. She wrote to the government and said, I'm very, very sorry, I'm taking your bank holiday. And she popped it into Thursday.
Wow, that was like I had her in the room with me.
Oh, it's a corky down there. Off with her head. Now, it's got to be one of those days today. Memorial Day sale is happening over on the website. Up to 70%, 75% even.
75?
Wowzers trousers. But only for 48 hours. This is one of the great deals that's over there at the moment. These amazing creator cards. If you haven't got these yet, go over to the website, have a little look in that Memorial Day sale and check out all the other things. I think then we need to get our keen early US viewers to message us and let us know how they're spending their Memorial Day today. That'd be nice.
What does Memorial Day celebrate?
So it
I'm not very good at American history.
It's a memorial of fallen soldiers. So it's like our version of Remembrance Day.
Right, yes.
Is where the bank holiday
nearest comparison.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to get in touch, you can. All details just down there. Crafters TV over on Facebook. Crafters Companion if you're across on YouTube. And then it's the Best of Craft Awards.
I know, so I've heard.
We can be nominated.
We can.
Yes, both of us. We could be the new crafting power couple for all you know. Let's have a little look at some of the categories in which we are nominated then. This is the first one, Female Craft Personality of the Year. There you are, Corrine. So you've got Sarah, Leanne, Debbie, Becky, Jan, Michelle, Corrine, Rebecca. You can go ahead and nominate all of those handsome ladies there. Handsome ladies doesn't really work, does it? No. Lovely ladies, that's what I was going for. We also are nominated in the Male Craft Personality of the Year as well. So you can nominate Ben, you can nominate myself, you could nominate Craig, and George is there as well. So go and have a little look at those. Some other ones we're nominated in as well, or you can nominate us in the Ultimate Gadget or Machine. We'd love if the Gemini range was also nominated. So that's that one just there that you can go over to. And also Best Brand is another one that we can go to. What else we've got? What other categories? Oh, Best Workshop, an online class, Crafters TV. We'd love a little nomination for that. Best Chain as well, Craft Chain Store. Our chain stores there. And also Designer of the Year, the lovely Sarah Davies, the Queen there, and also Sharon Cass. The big one though, and the one I'd really love you to vote for, is of course TV Shopping Channel of the Year. It'd be lovely if we could get, if we could grab some nominations there. There is a link that you can go to in order to nominate us. I'll pop that up on the bottom of your screen just here. I think the details are also over on our website as well. So do pop over there if you want to see those. Also, you can go and grab them, grab the details on the website. Now, I promised you some 75% off goodness, didn't I? I'm going to give that to you in a second after we've seen where everyone is tuning in from on this amazing Monday morning. Some people don't like Mondays, Corrine. I do. Yes. I quite like them. It's the start of a brand new week, isn't it?
Everything's nice and clean and fresh.
Absolutely, yeah. Can let everything go that happened last week and start afresh. Usually that's a diet for me, I must say. Mondays is when I sort of go, oh, I'm going to be really good this week. Although I've come in today and there is a brand new coffee and walnut cake in the canteen.
I just saw that and I just had to say to Christina, thank you. I don't like coffee. I
Do
don't
you
like
not?
coffee in any form. So I said thank you because I'm not tempted.
Coffee and walnut cake.
It doesn't tempt me at all because I don't like coffee.
It's top tier cake as far as I'm concerned. It's my absolute favourite. George, have you ordered a slice yet? You haven't? I bet Jamie's got his eye on a slice. George and Jamie in the gallery with us today. Kim is in from Maryland. Hi, Kim. Denise is in from Trinidad as well. How glorious. Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy crafting with Liz. I don't think that is their actual name on their passport, but they're saying good morning all from South Wales. The lovely Lynn Harvey is here as well. And Christine Mahoney, she's up with a lark today. She's saying good morning. Good morning, Christine. Let's have a look then. Let's get into the first of our Sarah signature deals. It's a Sarah signature masterclass, which is coming up in our latest show, 38.05. Check out the saving on this. It's amazing. I'll quickly whiz you through what you're going to get in here then. So you're going to get that gorgeous rosette. You're getting the vintage parasols embossing folder. You've also got the towering teacups embossing folder. The stencils in here are super versatile. So this one here is your eclectic doilies. You've then got your traditional lace in here. We also have this one, which is your Happy Summertime. Really useful, that one, with all of your numbers in there and some occasions too. You've got your Summertime floral stamps, some really lovely layering stamps. This one is great, the Summertime pendant. This is brilliant for making bunting, this one. Then you've got a sort of square 4x4? Yeah, 4x4 credit card. Think about paper piecing some of this would look beautiful. Also, maybe just using elements of it, snipping some of those elements away. The edgeables in here are glorious. So you've got this one, which is your whimsical balloons, and you've also then got the ornate lace. You can really play around with the configuration on that one just there. You've then got the, how much are you getting in here for £38? It's redonkadonk. Redonkadonk. You've got Party and Celebrate. But then we move into some of our stamps and dies for you. So you've got your stamps and your dies to cut them out. You're going to really love colouring those up with all of your different colouring mediums. And you've also got, so that was your vintage birdcage, and you've got Dainty Lace, which is this one here. Brilliant saving for you, £30.44, £38.94 if you are a Platinum member. Any questions you've got, get them into me. You know the drill. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. But without further ado, I think it's time for the first demo, Corrine, don't you?
I think it is, and we're going to use the, so I think this one is the Ornate Lace.
It is indeed.
So it is the lovely, it, let me just show you. It's a proper edger, so it's not an edger die, so it does have a blade on the both edges. So this is going to cut out. So I've just got some lovely card stock here. Let me put a piece of tape on there, and we're going to run that through, and it's going to make, look at that, isn't that lovely? Look at the gorgeous swags. And you'll see those sorts of shapes running through the whole of the collection. So when you see these things, everything will then line up, and you'll see a theme running through, which I just absolutely love. So I'm cutting that out of the blue, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a lovely box for you today, just to decorate up. So maybe it could be a box that you're going to put a card in, or maybe it's going to be a box for a gift. Now look at that, how perfectly has that cut out.
Absolutely glorious.
I love die cutting. I just love the way all the edges just bevel and you get such a perfect finish. So put that to one side. That's the first bit that we're going to need. Let's clean the die as I go. Now the other thing we've got is on this die set, if I can pick it up, you've also got a corresponding edger die. So you can see on there, can you see how that matches absolutely perfectly? So what I've already gone ahead and done is I've just trimmed this piece of cardstock. So it's just a lovely piece of cardstock and cut it with that die. Because then what happens is this now fits perfectly
I guess
there.
as well then, with that leading edge, you could really play around with it. You could have multiple layers, couldn't you? Like almost a cascade underneath it.
Yeah, could have layers coming out and they would all look absolutely gorgeous. And all we've done here is we've just gone around with the parakeet and just edged it. So it just looked like it was meant to be. So you're not feeling like it's just a piece of card that's randomly cut out. But in this collection, there are a few stamps as well. So I'm going to have a go with a few stamps and do a little bit of stamping and cutting out. But what I love is you don't have to do any fussy cutting with these, because with the stamps, you also get the corresponding dies. So just some white stamping card. We don't need to go with our Nina because we're not going to do any blending. We're just going to let the stamps show their detail. These are really sticking. I did clean this down. I can't get the glue off it. So everything's sticking together.
Blame Debbie Fisher, that's what we all do.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. There we go. So, put my cardstock on there. Now I'm going to use the beautiful parasol. This is a parasol. It's not your funny word for an umbrella.
What is it? Bumbershoot, that's it. It's not a bumbershoot, it's
not
a parasol.
Bumbershoot, no, it's a parasol.
It's a very dainty parasol for a lady.
Yes, very sophisticated. What you need for your garden party.
Sorry?
So, just what you need for your garden party.
Absolutely.
Yes, there we go. So, I've got my parasol, I've got my With Love sentiment, and I've also got one of my little floral decorations. So, I'm going to pop my plate on top. As we were saying over the weekend, I always use my stamping platform. It's my my preferred method for stamping all the time. So just going to pop and hit. I could actually use my quick dry inks if I wanted to. Could use any of your inks to do this, because we're not going to go in with any techniques at all. We're just going to stamp and cut them out, and that will look absolutely beautiful. So line that back up and then press. Try and get a really good impression first time. There we go. And there we go with that. Perfect. How about that? Look at the
glorious,
detail.
isn't it? Really
isn't
beautiful.
That really, really pretty? So let's just clear that one down. Where's my cloth gone? There.
It's also half term this week for most people as well here in the UK. I'd forgotten about that.
Yes, half term here.
You'd feel a bit cheated if you were at school and your half term fell into a double bank holiday week, wouldn't you? And you actually were only getting 3 days extra holiday rather than a whole 5 days.
But I think the teachers are just so pleased it's talking to my daughter, I think they're just so pleased that it's half term. Yes.
I wonder if they've got extra, didn't get the extra days last week?
No, I know, I was talking to my daughter about this, and she's got an extra inset day later on in the year for the children to make up for the fact that this was a bank holiday when it should have been a holiday day. I don't know.
I see.
It's still a day off, isn't it, whether it's a bank holiday or not?
You've got to take them where you can get them, Corrine.
You have. Right, so I'm just going to line these up. So I'm going to use the umbrella, parasol rather, I've used the sentiment, and the flower as well. There we go. And then we can line these up. Definitely need to tape these down. So tape that down. Tape on the waist, as always, so that we don't catch. Line that up. And then line this one up. You can see how quick this is going to come together. It'll come together nice and quickly, and you'll be able to really, make something really pretty. People always say to me, how do you give your cards when I put the flowers on? Because I love doing the dimensional flowers. Just make a little box like this. We're doing this, like we say, with the garden party collection, but you could just take these ideas and do it with whatever collection you've got, and then you can just make it all coordinate. So I've got my flowers. I've cut a couple more out just here. Let me see. There we go. I've got a couple more just there. And I've also got my parasol, and I've got my sentiment as well. So we can now bring everything together. So I'll do my box lid first, very cleverly wrote box lid. Now I always find it easier, as we were saying yesterday, to stick all my layers on before I construct it. Just makes life that little bit easier, but you do it how works best for you. So we can just
to think about the value here with this as well, Corrine. The 2 sets of stamps and dies in here, they're worth £30 on their own.
Wow.
Platinum members are only paying £30.44 in the UK. So really, for the cost of 2 sets of the stamps and dies, you are getting absolutely all of it. So you're getting the other 13 elements almost free of charge, really, if you think that's how you want to think about it.
It's
it's a brilliant deal,
isn't it? Especially if for our platinum members, it is amazing value.
Really is.
And the things that you'll be able to, to complete with it. So we're going to pop our layer on first. So pretty. And then we're going to come in with our gorgeous detail. Now, I've just popped a couple of little gems on here. Let me see if I can use this scrap piece here to line on. So you can stick it down however you want. You could run it through your Xyron. You could go in with your wet glue, however you want, but I'm just going to use my sticky dots, as we said previously, be really, really light touch with this, and then the sticky dots just come on, and you can see there is absolutely no waste, no stick, no sticky bits showing anywhere. I'm going to pop that on with a little bit of a border. I could come right down here, but I thought, no, we'll have a little bit of a border showing. And then we're going to come in with all of our little detail pieces. So let's pop on our parasol next. I think we should do it with some foam pads. Let me grab some foam pads. Here we go. I think foam pads is going to work so pretty under here. And again, you can shape it, you can add texture. It's entirely up to you. There we go. Pop those. Oh, I missed. I wasn't looking properly. There we are. Pop that one on there. There we go. And that one off. There we go. Actually, I need my glue gel. I put it somewhere nice and safe yesterday. Where did I put it? There it is. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue gel under the handle of my parasol just to raise that slightly. And we can pop that just there. And again, because I've not raised it up, not constructed it, it makes it so much easier to construct. Let's put a gorgeous little bow on there. We can put our sentiment on, and I've got a little cluster of the flowers you can see here. So let's just give them a little bit of shaping, not much, just a little bit of shape, just to put them on. And then we can go in with our glue gel, and then we can put a lovely little cluster just up here of our flowers. There we go, that's going to go there. And then I'm going to put my sentiment on. There's my piece of scrappy paper. There it is. And
such a pretty card, this. I think that's the thing about this. It makes really pretty projects, doesn't it? And
it does, doesn't
although,
it?
It's a summer garden, it's garden party, it's quite a summery collection. I think you could definitely use elements of this away from the collection, bring them into your other signature collections that you already have.
I think that's how I always look at my collections, is what else is it going to work with? And that's where you're going to get the best value for money, isn't it, when you think about all the other collections that you've got and how you can mix and match them around. So we can just line up. Again, I'm putting all my mats and layers on before I construct, because it's going to make life easier. And I know that when I construct, all the bits will be tucked inside. That's going on there. Where's the rest of them? Here they are. Just line these up.
Very, very busy over on the website at the moment. Don't forget about that Memorial Day sale, up to 75% off there. Make sure you're checking that out over on the website. Get Crafted says, morning all. I treated myself to new Natural Beauty stamps yesterday, along with a couple of buddy bags, using the voucher I got from appearing on the Craft Along. CC are so generous. Well, I'm glad you managed to treat yourself to something gorgeous.
Who was that?
That's Get Crafty. I don't think that's their actual name.
No.
First name Get, surname Crafty. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Yeah, you might got a little bit of, Mickey taken out of her at school. I just wondered if it was somebody that did a craft along with one of mine, so that was...
Which craft along was it, Get Crafty? Do let us know.
We've had a few craft alongs recently.
Yeah, quite a few, haven't we?
And then all we're doing now is constructing the box, and so easy. So all we've done, it's 8.5 inch by 10 inch box, and we've scored it at 1 1/4 inch. So that's quite a nice depth, 1 1/4 inches. If you have got sort of decor on a card or detail like that, it's really going to protect it and mean that you don't damage whatever decor you've got on. So basically, just really easy. Just wrote base on here so that I knew this was the base one, because this is going to be slightly that millimetre.
Have you ever made
small.
the fatal mistake of decorating your base and not your lid?
No, but I have made the mistake of making 2 lids or 2 bases.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. When you go onto autopilot, and I've got them both cut out, and I score one, and then I score the next one, and then I suddenly think, I scored those the same. Yeah, I've done that one a few times. There we go. So we can fold that around. But just wanted to show you, you know, it's not just for card making. You know, you can do your boxes. There's so many more things that you can do with these. But what a lovely gift. How about having these, if you are doing a garden party, with cakes or treats or something in? And how about just lining that to there? There we go. And how about a really, really pretty box with a nice little depth for whatever purpose you want.
Really, really gorgeous. And one of so many things you can do with this. So remember what you are getting included then within here. You are going to get that gorgeous summertime pennant. This one here is your first embossing forest. That's your vintage parasol. You will also get those gorgeous towering teacups. Then your stencils too, and the stencils in here are really versatile. You can use them separately, the elements individually, or of course use the whole thing together. It's completely up to you. You've got stamps in here as well, and these will go across loads of different things because, you know, numbers, ordinals, to, from, congratulations, all really versatile. Your summertime florals are these ones, some beautiful layering stamps. Then you've got your summertime pennant. This one I've seen used so much. It's brilliant for things like bunting, that one. Your delicate roses creative card. You can actually layer these up, you know, and create a bit of a scene or a tunnel card with those if you want to. Then we move into our edgeables, and this one here is your whimsical balloons. And you've also got your ornate lace in there. Then we move into sentiments. You've got party and you've got celebrate. Now these are your stamps and dies. Now these are worth, the stamps and dies are worth $14.99 each here in the UK. So Platinum members are only paying for these really and then getting everything else for free, which is brilliant. So that one is your dainty lace. You will also get in there your vintage bird cage too. I can't believe the price on all of that. £126 it should be in the UK, down to £38. Should be $162 if you bought this over in the States. $48 and change is what you're looking at. So a really brilliant deal there on that. If you don't yet own this collection, you've been waiting for a great deal on it, this is definitely that great deal. The other one we're going to move on to and have another look at, one of our more recent Sarah Signature launches, is of course our Dragonflies. Now these have been so popular since we launched these. Let me take you through then exactly what you're getting. Let's have a little look here at the 12 by 12 paper pad firstly. It is such a gorgeous colourway, this, really lovely, kind of watercoloury in style, but packed full of those gorgeous dragonflies. It was an unbelievably popular launch when we launched it here on Crafters TV. You guys have absolutely adored it, and we've got a brilliant deal today where you get 25% off, which is really awesome. So you're going to get in there your 12 by 12. You are also going to get the exact same, but in the 6x6 too. So all the designs in there in the 6x6 have been resized. We then move into the vellums. Now the vellums are all completely complementary to your 12 by 12 pad. So you will get the beautiful vellums. They've got a really lovely opacity to them and a really nice sort of thick, really good quality vellum there. And you can see all of those designs, of which you're getting multiples of each design, all match the collection beautifully. Then you've got this, which is this one here. We're calling it the foiled cardstock. Now the great thing about this is it's got white foiling on here, so it creates like a resist technique. Now that's brilliant because we could have just given you this already coloured, but using your ink pads, you're going to be able to get this and colour match this to precisely the colour that you need, which is wonderful. So it means that you can really personalise it. That's coming included for you. We then have this one just here. So you get 24 vellums, 24 of the foil card. You're getting your luxury cardstock in here. You're going to get 24 of those in your different colours. Next up, you've got your embellishments too. So you've got these really wonderful little resin embellishments on here. Dragonflies. You've got a little loop in there as well. So if you want to tie those on, have those on as a loose element on your project, you're absolutely going to be able to do that. Then you've got your ribbons too. Again, all perfectly colour matched with the rest of the collection. This one here is your water lily frame that you can see. You're getting the frame here and you're also getting the dragonfly dies separately in there, so you can really play around with how they're positioned. Then you've got your dainty dragonflies. Now these are brilliant because what you've got here is the ability to cut the base and the matte layer as well, so you can layer the two up together. We've got an edgeable in here. It wouldn't be a Sarah Signature without an edgeable, would it? Let's face it. And this one is your water lily border. You will also get this one, which is your ornate bridge, and this is, you can make a small left fold card with this, or what you can do is just cut this all the way out should you wish, and have it as a topper. So again, lots of options. Really nice that you've got some smaller die cut sentiments in here too. So believe, smile, dream, happy birthday and thank you. They're coming as die cuts, which is beautiful. Then we have stamps in here too, all put together specifically for this collection. Dragonfly Dreams, Birthday Wishes, You Are So Special to Me. We've got things like Dream Big, Have Faith. They're all coming in there for you. Then we also have this one just here, which is your water lily stamp and die. As you can see there, really, really gorgeous. Got a bit of a tropical vibe to it, this one, which I really like. Next up, we've got an amazing creator card. Now, this is a creator card, but you're also, it's upside down for a start, Joe. It's a creator card, but you're also getting a stencil in here as well. So you can really build that scene up, but then also you can add extra details into there as well. And finally, you will get this Lily Pond, your 3D embossing folder. So a really lovely collection. Again, that one. You've got £38 or $50 saving there. A platinum price of $92.90 or $120.12. So that was one of our most recent launches. Another one of our most recent launches was the butterflies. Another one that you guys absolutely loved. And again, a big collection of this one. Let me just move this out of the way. Here we are. Let's have a look firstly at these paper elements. I love the paper elements. I think they really set the tone for the whole collection. You just can't have too many butterflies, Corrine, really, in your stash, can you?
Gorgeous, gorgeous paper pad. It's one that I use time and time again. I will just return back to this all the time. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And if you don't want quite as busy, or you need something a bit more subtle, then the reverse sides of each sheet has sort of a little bit more muted design on it. Yeah,
really beautiful. Quite it's got a bit of a sort of a warm neutral background, so I think you'll be able to find lots of colours that work with this. You're going to get it in a 12x12. You will also get it in the 6x6 resized again, so great for smaller card projects. You're also going to get the vellums in here, and the vellums are they're just beautiful. I think there's something about these gorgeous butterfly designs with the vellum. It works so well. I'm going to take these out of here and have a little look at them for you. There we are.
Well, isn't it?
Sorry?
Really thick vellum.
Really thick, isn't it? I always say it's got a really nice sort of opacity to it, which is great. But your vellum's in here, again, in all of your... Let me get this round the right way. Come on, Joe. You can tell it's Monday, can't you, Corrine? Here we go. Let's have a little look at this. I swear it's upside down again, but you can see there all of the wonderful designs. They're all going to colour match beautifully with the main collection for you. And then what you've got is you've then got your luxury cardstock here too. So all of these wonderful different tones, double-sided, pearlescent, it's all going to work together really beautifully. Then let's have a little look at some of the other elements in here too. So lots of embellishments in here. I'll go through these first for you. I absolutely adore these. They're like little sort of vintage images of butterflies and on these little resin brads for you. You've also got in here your lace. It's an elegant lace. You're going to get that. It comes on a roll for you, or a reel, which is really handy. And you can colour that as well if you want to. You then have these, which are your butterfly charms. And you've got this binding ribbon. So it's got a real sort of lovely organic feel to it, the ribbon. Let's move into some of the hardware. We then have this here, which is your in-flight. Really lovely embossing folder. The amount of definition that you get on there is amazing. Then we also have the opulent frame, which is this one here. You've got your marvellous Mariposa. Now this is great with the butterfly detail in the middle. Also quite handy is that you get these two outside edges. So if you want to create a sort of a stamp style die cut matte layer, you've got the ability to do that. You've got the opulent edge in there. This has been one of the most popular items in this particular collection. So lovely. And what I love about it is all three of the elements are going to work on their own. But when you layer them up and put them together, you get something really stunning. This one also very cleverly designed. So that is a whopper of a stamp, isn't it? It's absolutely mahoosive. And then you've got the leading edge. So you can either take this edge out or this edge. Really brilliant for slipping things underneath and behind, but also great for creating edgeable style cards. You've got your butterfly kisses in here. So you've got things like birthday wishes, with love, birthday wishes. Butterfly kisses appear when loved ones are near. Then you've got your beautiful butterflies. Now these are all individual, these stamps, so you can really play around with this in the composition. You've got a stamping platform. You'll love creating your own background papers with that. This one here is your kaleidoscope. It's a double-sided die, this one, so you will need your double-sided die plates in order to create that, but just one pass gives you a brilliant result. And finally, you've got the tags and tickets. Now I think the tags and tickets is probably the most versatile element in the collection. You can use this with absolutely anything. You've got an amazing saving as well on this today. We've done something really special for our Sarah Signature Masterclass, which is coming up at 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast. You're saving £71 at $88, and then of course you're able to use your Club Inspired discount on top of that as well, which is absolutely glorious. But next up, we are going to go and have a little look at the treat boxes that we've got for you. A great collection of dies and stencils. You're getting loads in here as well for your money. I'm just going to show you the dies firstly, and Corrine will take us through the stencils and how we use. So you've got the picnic box, which is this one here. You have also got this next one, which I can't get my hands on it. There we are. This one here is your prism treat box, and you've also got the roll-up box in there too. You get all three of these dies. There's lots of metal for your money in this one. Another great saving for you of over £30 or $35, and you've got that Club Inspired discount there, as you can see. These make really impressive finished products,
they really do. But they can be as simple or as complex as you want. So I have got the, let me get this right, this is the picnic treat box. So you make two boxes, if I show it that way, you can see there's two boxes put side by side, and you even get the little Velcro dots so that you can have them as working boxes. And then we're going to give you the elements to put on the handle. Now, that looks really pretty, but wow, look at that. Oh, let me bring it down. Isn't that amazing? I just think that, just with a few flowers going over the edge, gorgeous little vintage papers on there. It is so, so pretty. Vintage diary paper pack, apparently. I don't know that one, but that is lovely. And it feels really robust. They don't feel like they're going to fall apart at all. But the other way you can use these is, from that treat box, using the same dies, you can do this. Look at this. You've got a box of boxes, and that when I open them out,
that's amazing, isn't it?
Now what we've got is we're going to give you the stencil so that you can make all of these elements. So you're going to get the stencil. I've probably got the stencil. You get two stencils in here, the square one and then the little flappy one, and that is how you make that. So you can see you've got the square stencil in the middle and then the little, what looks like an envelope flap one to attach each of those. So brilliant. Really, really useful. Don't worry, you will have full instructions in every pack on how to make them. So really, really handy. So that's your, as we said, that's your picnic treat box. Then you've got your roll-up box, which comes like this. So the die will create the boxes. You can have one box like that, or you can roll them up and put them there. And all you need to do that is just use the stencil to cut out the extra elements, and then they all just lock together. Can you imagine you could do this almost like as an advent thing and have lots of different ones, or
great one.
You know, if somebody's having a birthday, different little presents in there. I think that's really sweet. But the one we're going to do now is the prism box. So you've got it like this, and you can still have it. So it's, there we go, it will still open out, just like that. There we go. So all you need to do is just not put your adhesive on that last piece, and then that one fits just like that. But if you use the stencil, and I've got the stencil here, and the instructions tell you what to do. So you cut this out, and then you layer it above and put two more on. So you need 6 panels, and then you make 6 of these little boxes. Just 6, just 6. And then look. Wow. That's
really smart, isn't it?
Isn't it? Lovely. And then each one can still open out for you to put your, your treat in, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. So, I'm just thinking, what a lovely gift idea. What a lovely way to make this up. And this could be Easter, it could be birthday, it could be anniversary. I think that would make a fantastic Christmas present to put under the tree. You wouldn't need to do much more, would you?
No, not at all.
You can do them however you want. So let me just clear those out of the way. But they are super easy to put together.
I think you're going to get a lot of craftability out of these as well. I mean, they're not considered, I wouldn't go as far as they're considered purchased, but they are not the least expensive dies that we do, let's face it, but they are big, substantial dies.
Exactly.
But I think when you think about how you're going to be able to theme these, you're going to be able to, these are like a building block, aren't they? You can put any of your collections on top of these and take them in so many different directions. I mean, this could be, birthday and Christmas boxes taken care of. Maybe you're not going to spend a lot of money for Christmases or birthdays this year, but you're going to make something really gorgeous and personal. Put some little handmade soaps in here or some little smellies in there. What a brilliant brilliant thing to do.
Perfect way to do it, wouldn't it? If someone, I think we mentioned wax melts yesterday, if somebody was into wax melts, you could have different scents in each one. That would look really nice, wouldn't it? You know,
really
lots of different ideas. So as you can see, this is fitting absolutely perfectly onto my A4 plates. Now you will need your A4 plates if you're going to get the most out of these. You're not going to get this on your junior plates. So then I'm also going to take this little embellishment, and we might as well do it all at the same time. That's going to just go on a piece of the card that I'm not using, and I can cut that out. Now, what I'm going to do as well, you've also got the panels. Now you can have your panels, let me see if I can show you the difference. This one, they've cut the outside mat, and then we've cut the detail one in as well. What we're going to do for this is we're not going to use the outside edge, and if you see, there's no cutting blade around the outside of there. So if we use this one on its own, let me just get these little pieces out, otherwise they might stop it cutting. There we go. If we use this one on its own in there like that, that's going to cut into my cardstock rather than out of my cardstock, because as we said, there is no outside cutting edge. So let's just line that up, and then we can move this out of the way. Take this from here. And I love how, you know, when you're getting things ready and you go, perfect, we've got the treat boxes, what are we going to line it up with? Well, we've been doing our gorgeous Say It with Style collection. So why not if you bought that, why not use some of the sentiments that you've got in there? And that's what we're going to use today to put our little sentiment on. So it's just one of the little sentiments from the Say It with Style. So we have got this here, there we are. Now, as you can see, this is cut out perfectly. And remember, if you are going to make a roll-up box, you would make 6 of them. Now, if this was a craft along or a masterclass, I might make all 6, but it's just to show you. So we're just going to make 1. But look at that. Look at how beautifully that's cut.
Love that it's got those score lines in there. They don't even look like they're going to need rescoring.
No. No, I'm thinking actually a piece of that vellum from your butterfly collection behind there, just so you see the hint, would look really nice as well. And then we've cut our lovely little embellishment. There we go, we've cut that too. Now the other thing I want to cut, let's clear that off, is I've got some gorgeous paper, my Country Lane paper, and I am actually I've got 2 pieces here, so let's see if I can do 2 pieces at once. So we can put those 2 together, and I'm going to take that outside edge that I didn't just use, I'm going to cut through here. Actually, I'm going to change this up a little bit to what I was planning to do. Let's have a go. I can cut through 2 pieces at once, especially if I put the tape there that's going to hold them together. Put those like that. Obviously, all your embellishments and your accessories are going to go through on your smaller plates if you want to use them that way. So it's entirely up to you. So I have got a couple of pieces here. I've got my piece cut out there, and then we can do this. I think we should do this so it's an opening box so that you can still pop in your treats as well. So there you go. That's cut through both of those layers perfectly in one go. I'm all for efficiency if we can make it efficient. There we are. So we've got those 2 like that. Take that off. Clear that in a minute. Right then, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little change up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that over. Let me get a piece of scrappy card to put underneath there. And I'm going to go through with my dotty tape pen, and I'm just going to pop some glue on here, some adhesive, catch all those pieces.
Put something behind it when you're doing the dotty tape pen. What was that for, Corrine?
Just because otherwise, if I was at home, maybe not, but when I'm here and I've got to be reasonably quick, sometimes I get a few little dots on the tape worktop, and so it just covers those up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pop that one over there. There we go. And look at that. So we've now got,
really
so if you are putting something small in, it's not going to come out through the holes. So then, like you say, no need to get your scoreboards or anything out. All of these score lines are done for you. And it's really easy. There's no, have I got to do mountain folds, valley folds? It's all just folded into itself, into the middle. So you're just going round and round. So just start to score. Now, if you find that your score lines aren't deep enough, you're struggling, while your die is in your machine, run it through a second time, because the first time is going to cut and the second time will deepen the emboss.
Okay, cool.
And if you've got your Gemini, it's no hassle to go through twice. If you've got a Gemini, I doubt you'll need to do it twice, but if you just find that you're not getting enough of an emboss and you're struggling to see where those score lines are, just run it through that second time and it's going to...
I guess you could rescore the lines in if you really wanted to, couldn't you?
Of course you could, of course you could. Right, so now I've got all of these. Oh, let's just do my stick, remembering what we said. So I've got some more panels here and we're just going to pop those on the outside. Again, it's going to be so much easier.
Where did you say this paper was from, Corrine?
Country Lane.
Country Lane, amazing. We've got a Country Lane deal on the show for you, so we'll be sharing that with you a little later.
I don't know whether the paper pads are on the bundle, but yes, you'll see. But I mean, you'll be able to, you'll have loads of papers. I think that paper looks just like the one you were just showing us out of the dragonflies. Was it the dragonfly? It wasn't the butterflies. I think it was the dragonflies one that you were showing us just a few minutes ago. So line those up. Try and make sure they're as level as we can get them. And then we can then come round. So if I want this to open, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my glue on those two tabs, just those two, no more. And again, your tape runner is construction weight, so there'll be no problem with using this to make your boxes. One on there, and fold that one round. And again, you don't have to worry, have I got the right angle? Oops, is it going to meet up? You know, because the die is doing all the work for you, and it's just going to fold up perfectly. So I have left it like that, and so what you can see, if I turn it on that way, you can, let me do it that way, there you go, you can see it better that way. You can see, there we go, and that will then just pop in there. Now if you want to put a little hook and loop on to hold it, then you can. And then the last little bit that we need to do is we can bring this in, and I've got my lovely little icon that I made. There's my glue, foam pads, and we can pop that onto here. So I've got plenty of space behind here. Now it doesn't matter if my foam pads are visible, because I'm going to stick the sentiment over the top, and then we can pop that down at the bottom. Oh, I've got foam pad stuck to me.
Really good to see how easy these are, because I think especially with the stencil element as well, you'd look at them and think, gosh, too complicated for me, I'm not going to be able to put that together or do that, but the dies make it so simple.
It really does, and the instructions in the pack just explain to you exactly how to do it. They come in two parts. You get the one part that says, here's how to make the individual boxes, and then you get the other part that says, and this is what you do if you want to make it into a bit more, you know, so it shows you. Let's just put my bow on just here. There we go. So that's some of that gorgeous binding ribbon that you
really
saw.
Lovely, isn't it?
Really, really pretty. So there we go. That is how easy it is to make a little treat box as a thank you gift out of our dies. Now, as I said, if you wanted to, here's your template, and can you see your templates, how it matches up? You see how it matches up perfectly? So you'd put one box on each of these. You'd make this 6 long. You'd put one box on each of those, and then it would just all just roll up, just like this one has done, just there.
Really cute. Absolutely adorable. I love that you can use them as individual boxes, and they look equally as great as they do when you make them into a more substantial project. So it's completely up to you. You've got lots of versatility as well. So let me just quickly show you the dies that you're getting in here. You will get the stencils included too. You've got the picnic box, the prism treat box, and you'll also get the roll-up box, and then the corresponding stencils that go with them to build them into those larger projects, which is great. A wonderful saving, over £30 or $35, and you can use, of course, your Club Inspire discount too. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out your basket. It's very busy over on the website at the moment. Whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. will also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Amazing. Lots of you checking out there under that last piece of video. Let's move on. Let's go and have a little look at some of the amazing box Sarah signatures we've got on the show for you today. These are brilliant because essentially, so Sarah was saying recently about these that, you know, there's loads of Sarah signature ideas floating around and they can't all be Sarah signatures. So rather than just not bringing some of them to you, Sarah's started to put these sort of condensed collections together for you, which is brilliant. Let me take you through the three that are on the show today. This first one here is the Nutcracker that you've got, the iconic Christmas story, of course. You're getting all three of them for this price, which is great. There should be around the £50 mark individually. So you've got the Nutcracker, which is this one just here. You've then also got the Easter collection as well. And you've then got your Swan Lake collection too. And the thing is about these, I think, because like for Easter, for instance, maybe you wouldn't go out and buy a whole Sarah signature collection for Easter, but you really want to be able to create awesome projects for that time of year. That's why these sort of condensed boxes are a real winner. So you've got something for every occasion, but you're not having to break the bank to do so. Under £70, just over $80 if you are a platinum member. Regina says, good morning, Joe and Corrine, good morning, all you beautiful crafters. Who else got here? Christian Mahoney says, hi Joe, who's working on the craft along with me on Sunday the 19th of June? It's Ben and Michelle. I didn't know that. Taylor, our social media superstar, obviously provided me with that answer when she provided me with the question because she's an absolute pro, that's why. I can see Corrine's got these boxes over there. You don't often get a lot in these, Corrine, don't you?
You do, and I'm just having a look. I'm just trying to put it into some sort of little bit of order. So let's have a look at these. We'll go through them in logical order first. So I'm looking here at the Swan Lake box, so hopefully you can see it in there. So as we said, it comes in this lovely box. Now I've got these boxes at home, and this is I struggle with storage. For me, storage is the issue, is how you're going to keep everything together. But you don't need to worry because I just have these sitting on my shelf just like that, and then I know where everything is. So if you look in there, you've got your nice little instruction from Sarah, and I love how everything comes wrapped in the tissue paper. I know they say, you know, you eat with your eyes first, but I think you also do with craft.
Don't eat this though.
I'm not going to eat this now. I promise I'm not going to eat it, but it's that first impression is the most important bit, and these are absolutely beautiful. So what am I going to get in here? I've got some gorgeous glitter, because it wouldn't be Swan Lake, it wouldn't be the ballet if I didn't have loads of glitter.
Did you say you've been to see Swan Lake?
Got it, it's Nutcracker.
Nutcracker, okay.
Did I see if I've seen a version of Swan Lake, but not a big one. It was the big one of Nutcracker we went to see. Yes, yeah. Then you're going to get your feathers. Now you've got to have feathers in Swan Lake, haven't you? And you're going to add on them. But these are absolutely gorgeous. So you're going to be able to add these on. But just remember, you can add your own colour to the feathers. You can ink them. You can spritz them if you want to. I mean, why ruin a beautiful white feather? But then you're going to get your ribbons. Now, you have to excuse these because we do use these boxes when we're doing the show, so I've tried to put the ribbons back where they go. So you're going to get 3 lots of 3, and the gorgeous, gorgeous ribbons like this. They're satin ribbons, and you're going to get the mauve, it's really nice dusky blue, and the sort of jade green in all 3 sizes. So you're getting all of those. Now, let's do it in the most logical order. Then you're going to get your stamps. So these are your stamps. So you've got this gorgeous sort of hanging down vine. You've got the two swans as you want to. Maybe one's going to be a white swan, one's going to be the black swan. When I say swans, I meant the ballerina swans, because you're also getting your real swans. You're getting feathers, you're getting accessories, you've got your gorgeous couple dancing together. Then you've got so many sentiments all around here. And there you've got the palace as well. Now, once you've cut those out, stamped those out, you might want a way to cut them out. And as you can see, it's not for all of them, but it's for a vast majority of them. You're going to have the die to cut them out as well. Look. You've got your couple here, and then the moon is just nestled inside. You've got your swan, just to be able to cut out your 2 swans there, to cut these out. So that is absolutely perfect. So no fussy cutting needed. Then you've got your embossing folder. Now this is absolutely fantastic. So you're going to get all of that detail in there. Look at that. So you're going to be able to build up the scene. Are you going to stamp out some of your swans and have that? Or are your couple going to be dancing around the lake? It's entirely up to you. And then you've got your stencils. So I'm thinking once you've embossed that, you could then stencil the swans on the water and the moon. Well, you've got that one there, but you could put that one on as well.
This looks like Hardwick Park, which is a park just down the road.
Oh, is it?
It's got a lake and a little pergola, which is, it looks almost the same.
Well, maybe that's where Sarah got her inspiration.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Maybe it is. You've got your feathers. Now use one or all of them to create your backgrounds. Lovely there. You've then got your trees. You've also got some more elements. So what you'll be doing is you will be building this up. There we go. You can see all 3 elements build up your scene. So you can just do it in all of the layers. Would you do it that way? Would you do it? It's entirely up to you. You can work it out. No, I think I would go that way. Definitely go that way. So you've got a little bit of grass, and then you've got some more elements, and then you've got your swans on there. And then you've got your papers. Now look at these papers. I'm just going to find the midway point. There we go. Now these are double-sided papers. Wow, look at the quality of these. Look at the imagery. Don't think you're getting substandard here. It is beautiful, beautiful quality. These are your full 8x8 sheets. Absolutely gorgeous. And straight away you can see where the colours of your ribbons have come from. Look at that. Look at how beautifully that colour matches. I love this when you can see, and you can see that everything's going to work together. You're going to get all of those. Then you're going to get all of your solid colours. Look at that pearlescent. The quality of this box is beautiful. You've got your greens, your lilacs, your blues. Absolutely stunning. And then, of course, you're going to get your card blanks and your envelopes as well. So you get all your card blanks and all the matching envelopes, there we go, that go with them. So that's perfect. You've got 3 sizes. You've got your smaller ones, your 5x7s, and your 6-inch card blanks. Absolutely perfect. So that is your Swan Lake. I'm just going to just put these back in the box, and then I'll show you what you could be doing if you got this collection.
Brilliant value this as well. Platinum members, it's a half price deal for you, so it should be £144 if you bought them individually, $169. You can find them listed individually for that over on our website. However you get them here, you save almost £60, $67 you're saving. Then you're getting your Club Inspired discount too. Great, worth snapping these up now. I know maybe slightly out of season for a couple of these, Corrine, but get them now on a great price and put them away, because let's face it, Christmas isn't that far away.
Exactly, then you're not thinking about it. But look at this. So that is actually the die being used for the vine, used on its side. Look at that. By putting the feather behind the couple, isn't that beautiful? And then using the stencil as an embossing plate to get that texture. Or you can have the 2 ballerinas on a Z-fold card.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh, wow, look at this. Look at this. I'm just thinking where this is going. I can open up the ribbon and then look at that. A beautiful diorama card with all of that depth. Isn't that amazing?
Really stunning.
Wow, I do love that. So that will then fold back up in there. Let's have another getting your mixed media on, putting some paste through that stencil, putting your glitters on, looks absolutely beautiful. Let me find one, oh, there we go, one more, just to show you the beautiful, beautiful papers. So you don't need to do too much more. But again, just bringing in those feathers. If you took the feathers away, it would be missing something, wouldn't it? It just adds that final one. If we get time, we can go through some more. As you can see, I've got so many finished samples there, but I want to show you all the boxes. So there's my Swan Lake.
Lots and lots of you absolutely loving these. They've always been busy. If you own any of these boxes, please do let me know. I'd love to know what you think about them, what you've been making with them too. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you want to get in touch with us over on YouTube.
Okay, so should we have a look at the Nutcracker?
Yes,
yeah, this is, like I said, this is the one that I have seen. I've forgotten what theatre it was. It was in London. We went down for the day and saw that. It was absolutely magical. So let's start with our stamps. Look at this. You've got the Nutcracker. You've got the ballerina. Look at the rocking horse, the fairy, the clock. Absolutely everything, all your Christmas ornaments. So, you know, this really does scream out Christmas. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking the little girl with the ballerina or the fairy or the rocking horse, you're going to be able to use all year round. And just like with the Swan Lake, you're going to get the the dies as well, so that you can cut everything out if that's what you want to do. And then you've got, oh, let's have a look in here. You can see these are well loved, absolutely. So I hope everything's in here. You've got some gems. You've got card blanks and envelopes. You've got even more down here. There we go. Even more card blanks, different sizes. Oh, I've got some more gems here. So as well as the red, green and blue, I've got my clear dewdrops as well. Then, just like before, I've got some stencils. So I've got this one here. Look at this. You can see how you can build up the scene, how you can have the fir tree hanging down so that it really focuses your mind in the middle. And then again, we've got the one that's going to build up the scene. So maybe you're going to stencil through, that's the back of the curtains. Then you've got your next layer of the swags. And then you can stencil the bed in the middle. So it works beautifully. But if you like that scene, we've also got it as an embossing folder. We've also got some ribbons. I think there'll be lots more packs of ribbons. Oh, we've got some more cards in here. Oh yeah, maybe there was. And then you're going to get your papers. Look at these. Aren't they gorgeous? Again, double-sided, so that you've got your plainer pattern on one side, your detailed pattern on the other, and then once we get to the end of that, you've obviously got all of your coordinating double-sided papers as well. You've got so much, and like you say, there is so much to choose from in these. You're just going to absolutely love them. So once we've done that, we can have a quick look at what you can do from this. Look, wow. They just are breathtaking. They just blow your mind what you can do with that. So if you don't want to put it on a regular card blank, how about, there we go, on that font. That is beautiful. And then we have a diorama. Aren't they beautiful? Get your pens out, enjoy your colouring. Now here we've got the embossing folder in the background. Now I think it was emboss and die cutting embossing folder as well to cut the swags out. I forgot to mention that. But look at these, aren't they beautiful? Here we have, look at that with the detail in the background. Just create your own images, and there you can really see that embossing folder at its best, and using the stamps, using the dies, absolutely gorgeous. So that is 2 of our boxes, and you're not having to pick, you're getting all of these. So all of these come to you in this collection. So the third one is our Easter box. Now, I don't know if anybody saw, I did a craft along with this, and I did a tricorn card.
A what?
Tricorn.
Tricorn?
Yeah, as in like the tricorn hat, as in, what's his name? Cornish man, oh God.
As in, what's his name? Are you talking about George? George's from Devon, not Cornwall.
No. My words
Cornish
have gone.
man.
Cornish. Oh.
Wurzel Gummidge. Is he from Cornwall?
No,
it was very aggressive,
Corrine. Where's our black? He has a black hat, and it was on TV recently, and you're good to know. You're going to know
I'm
him.
lost.
You will know.
Okay.
It's going to come to me in a minute.
Someone let us know. A Cornish man wears all black and has a black hat. Sounds like a song. Cornish man wears all black, has a black hat. Oh, it's Postman Pat I'm singing.
When it comes to you, Joe, can you open this one? Because this one has got sample. This one has got demos in. Not
Do you want this one?
If I can,
Let's
please.
swap. I'm coming.
Should we swap?
What was he on TV?
The name of the programme is his name.
He made a programme, and the programme was his name.
The character. It's a character. Oh, come on, everybody. Everybody's shouting this at home.
Probably. If you know in the comments, do let us know.
It was filmed recently on the beaches and all around Cornwall. And it caused lots of really, really good-looking man filmed it.
Man.
You will know. It's going to come to me.
Okay.
I'm there. I can really say
Wears
the
all
word.
black and he has a black hat.
Yeah, a tricorn hat, three-pointy hat. So it's not recent, it's set back in time. You're going to know. When it comes, when somebody tells us what it is.
Poldark?
Poldark!
Never heard of it.
You've
Never heard of it.
You've heard
Who's
of Poldark.
Is it like a drama?
Yes.
Oh, it's good apparently.
Yeah, it's really good.
In the go, oh yeah, of course, Poldark, oh, of course.
Do you know,
Old
that
chestnut.
story would have been so much better if I could have remembered the name.
It's the way you tell them, Corrine, it really is.
No, I don't tell them at all. Right, this is the Easter box. Wow, we went round the houses there, didn't we?
He's yummy, apparently, according to someone's comment. Poldark
He
is yummy,
I
apparently.
thought you meant the Easter box.
No, Poldark. Oh, this is yummy as well.
Aidan Turner. That's it, yes. Now, if you Googled Aidan Turner, you
I'm
would
going to
agree
Google
with
Poldark
us.
now whilst you're doing
right.
that.
Here are the stamps. Let's try and get back on point. We've got our lovely stamps. I love this. You've got your wreath. You've got your Easter eggs. You've got your little lambs and rabbits. This is not just Easter. It's spring. It's New Year. It's absolutely perfect. You've also got your dies as well. You've got the lovely the egg shape. You've got your cross. So think of this for confirmation, baptism, even weddings, and of course sympathy cards if you wanted to as well. You're also going to get your embossing folder in here. You're also going to get your cards. This one isn't full either. We are not doing very well with these. You're getting ribbons, you're getting more than that, you're getting twines, you're getting bows, you're getting your pom-poms, and you're getting all of your papers, which I don't... Did you take them out?
No, they were in the other one.
Oh, we're not doing very well, are we?
I mean,
It's
we'll make a good box between the two of us.
aren't they? So here we go. Look at all these papers. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful papers? All of these gorgeous background papers. You've got some cutesy ones like this. Then you've got some more more sophisticated images. You've got your flowers. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. It's almost a card in itself. You've got the scene, use an element, use it all. It's entirely up to you. And then you've got your gorgeous solid colours as well. Absolutely brimming full of bits in there. So let's have a quick look, because it's going to sell it much better. Let me show you. Oh, there's a stencil as well to make your bunting. My bunting's got a bit tangled up, but there we go. Little bunny bunting with the pom-pom tails. Isn't that absolutely beautiful?
gorgeous. That is adorable.
It really is. Then you can be using your wreath. Oh, there's another one where we've just cut out with our circle dies and used the flowers. Oh wow, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous little Z-fold card? Such a pretty card with the sheep and the cross embossed onto there. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I remember Debbie Fisher making these. Look, the little, goes that way round. The little bunting. She made little carrots as well out of the paper. I've watched her make those. She was so clever.
Oh, they're clever, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're like a cross between a carrot and a love heart.
Yes.
If you really love carrots, you're going to love those.
How about using it on your boxes? There are so many ways to be using these. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. And you're going to get everything that you need to be able to make these in your box. Yours will be complete, I can promise you.
Absolutely gorgeous. Let me talk you through then what you're getting again in here. So you're getting the 3 different boxes. You've got the Nutcracker, which is this one here. You're going to get the Easter box, and you're also going to get Swan Lake. You've got a 40% saving on those as well, which is brilliant. Great value there on these ones. Right, let me take you through another one of our great deals. I tell you what, we're going to have a lot to get through in that Sarah Signature show later, because it is jam-packed full of great collections and also great deals. We're going to look next at the Enchanted Dreams. Indeedy doodly, we are. We are. I sound like Alan Partridge there, didn't I? We are. I always get Alan Partridge and the British Empire confused. Does anyone remember that?
I do.
Mr. British, so one was set in a hotel.
Leisure centre?
Yeah, one was set in a hotel and one was set in a leisure centre, but they look quite similar. Do you not think?
Possibly.
If you're in the US, I'm sorry, you probably have no idea who these people are that we are talking about. They're sort of both slightly iconic TV shows from the 90s, noughties, I guess. Let's have a little look at your Enchanted Dreams firstly. Then you can see, I love these panels in the back here that you've got. These are split into 4. You can cut these down, which is brilliant, and you've got some card fronts ready to go. Love all the faux inky backgrounds. I always say about Enchanted Dreams, it's sort of like all the best bits of crafting, because it's all the things that you guys love. You've got rainbows, unicorns, florals, really lovely colours, butterflies, dragonflies, all the things that I know you guys absolutely adore is jam-packed into here. So you've got the 12 by 12. You will also, of course, get the 6 by 6 in here as well, which is that one just there. We then have flower forming foam, which is this one here. You get the flower forming foam. You also get the... Oh, I've just stole those from somewhere else, haven't I? You don't get those because they're in Country Lane. I don't know how they got in there. You've got the Enchanted Dreams flower forming foam, which is great because you've got that all colour match to the rest of the collection. Let me share these next ones with you because I love these. I still can never get over the fact that Pam E's dog ate a whole pot of this, Corrine. Have you heard about this? Pammy's dog, yeah, Pam in New York. Her dog ate a whole pot of this glitter. The mind boggles, and it's chunky.
It
the
is
glitter.
chunky.
Yeah, really, really gorgeous. I mean, it is the most amazing glitter. This one. You see, just look how shiny it is. You're getting that in there.
We used it in the card we made yesterday, didn't we, in the craft along?
Really cool. You are going to get the stamens in here. The stamens are white on here, which I think is excellent because it means you can colour them up exactly how you want to. And you've also got the gilding flakes in here too. Now the great thing about these gilding flakes is you get everything in this. You're getting the sponge, the gilding flakes, and you're getting the glue that you need to pop those down too. Right, let me put this away. I'm in a bit of a messy mood today, you know, getting myself in a bit of a state. Here we go. So let's have a little look then at the rest of the collection. So the dies in here, I mean the dies are always great in our signature collections. I just think they are particularly off the chart in this particular one. You've got these mystical frames. Now, the great thing is you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers to that. So you really think about how you're going to be able to layer that up. They are brilliant. This one that we've got just here, then this is your spellbinding borders. Again, the amount of combinations you can use with that one. Play around with that, the amount of configurations you can do, and then the 2 different leading edges. So again, you can, you know, we looked at the one in the garden party earlier, how you could sort of layer that up in different ways. This is going to be perfect for that, isn't it?
Can you imagine that on the edges of like a memory book or something like that? The edge of
or
a
really sort of, even on the front of a memory, like on the, as your front cover on a book, you know, that's a great front cover right there.
Your wedding stationery where you have all the layers saying, you know, invite and then the where to stay, the guest list, the food menus and everything like that.
Perfect.
One page, each one slightly different.
Although
edge.
I got a wedding invite recently. It's one single piece of paper. Beautiful. It has a QR code. You scanned it and it was all on the QR code. I know. I wish you could have seen Corinne's reaction. She almost fell over.
I've never heard of putting a QR code on a wedding invitation.
So a really gorgeous wedding invitation. Even had it was in like a black envelope with a wax seal on the back. All really gorgeous. But it was just one A5 flyer. And then it had a QR code on it. You scanned the QR code, you RSVP'd, it added the event to your calendar, so I just added it to my diary, all the address added to my diary. You could reserve your hotel room immediately, and it had the gift list and all the information right there. That's next level.
Next level.
There's someone we know, you know, little Evie from Ideal World.
Oh yeah.
It's her wedding, yeah.
Oh,
that's all next level organisation. Anyway, we'll be selling create your own QR codes next. That'll be the next thing. This one is your I can't read my own handwriting. Bewitching Blooms. I don't know, I must have been very tired the day that I wrote that, wrote that on there. It's like Guy Fawkes when he had to sign his name at the end, doesn't it? Then you've also got your beautiful blooms, which is this one here. This one is then your magical sentiments. You've also got your whimsical textures. These, brilliant. I love these stamped over pattern papers.
Yes.
I think they look, I don't think we stamp over pattern papers anywhere near enough. I think it's a really great way to use them. This one is your decorative unicorn.
Wow, lovely.
Then we also have your enchanted fairy. This is here. This is Sarah's favourite element of this collection, the up, up and away. And this imagery is carried all through the paper pad. Then we also have this one, the mystical unicorn. The emboss on that is so, this embossing folder is so, it's almost like heavier than the others I've had. It's really cool.
You can tell when they're 3D embossing folders, can't you?
Really can. A little bit of gilding wax on that is going to look amazing. You've got the decorative script. I love that we've started to include more stencils in these collections too. The abstract splash.
Oh, that's handy,
me getting into the swimming pool in France next couple of weeks, an abstract splash. And you've got the mystical damask in there as well. I don't know why Abstract Splash always makes me laugh as a name. Really does make me chuckle for some reason. Right, so if you want to get hold of that, brilliant saving again. Check these. It's almost like cartload pricing on this later masterclass. £72 or $95 is what you're saving here on these. It's under £100, under $130, and then platinum members or all Club Inspire members get a little bit more off, of course, wherever you are in the club. It's a 40% savings. Very rare that we get to say that about Sarah Signature Collections. Let's move on and let's look. This next one is this is a whopper of a collection. This next one, it is a big collection, and I can understand why. With a lot of the collections, they all start off 2 or 3 times the size that they are when we actually bring them to you. And then what Sarah does, she goes through and she sort of, trims out or selects the bits that she really thinks you can't be without. Then what happens every now and then is a collection comes along that Sarah absolutely loves, and she's just unable to take as many bits out as maybe, and we just do a really special big bumper collection. This is one of those. You've still got a great saving here as well, £52 almost, or $66, and this is again gorgeous. This is like unashamedly summer, but it's like grown up. Driving to the Cotswolds and having sort of Sunday lunch in a posh pub kind of summer.
Oh, round the village green.
Sorry, a little village green. Maybe some
ponds.
People, some swans on a little river. Some people playing cricket in the foreground, maybe background even. Background even. Yeah, I mean it's just gorgeous, isn't it? So refined and classy. I absolutely love it.
I can already hear the clunk of the ball balls.
Do you want to say that again? I don't know if I heard it wrong when you said that was what you said. I think you did say what I thought you said. Right.
Ball. B-O-U-L-E, ball. That's a French game.
Ball balls. Clunk. Oh, that was really funny.
Oh gosh.
Anyway,
You went home.
no, it's not me. Honestly, I didn't even say anything. Right, this one here, you get the luxury cardstock included in here. We're having a lot of fun today. We are. It's going to continue all day, I sense it. You're going to get the flower forming foam in here, and you're also going to get your stamens. You've then got these beautiful vellums. Again, I love the way we're doing these vellums recently. I really like the packaging they come in as well. It's really sturdy, the packaging. So
the last thing you want is to get your vellum out. It's got, because once vellum's creased, that's it. The creases don't come out. So you need to know it's going to be pristine, don't you? Every time.
Indeed, you do, and that's what you've got, a really lovely little storage wallet that you're going to be able to keep that in, which is brilliant. So that is your paper elements.
Change the colours you put behind your vellum, and it's going to completely change the look of your vellum.
Yeah.
Put white behind it, and it's going to be like, put gold mirror card behind
I was
your
thinking
vellum.
mirror card, actually, yeah.
It just almost looks like somebody's put a light source behind your vellum. It's amazing.
Amazing. You will get the 6x6 in there as well. And then let's move into some of the other elements that you've got. Here we have your Dusk Till Dawn, which is this one here. Then we've also got the elegant lace. Oh, not any old lace, no, elegant lace. This one here is your spellbinding ribbon. Then you've got your country lace in there as well. This one here is your swirled butterflies there too.
They're lovely, aren't they?
You've got the lace frame in here. I love that we've got some smaller dies in here as well. A lot of dies that you could actually maybe create a scene with.
I was going to say, there's a lot of scene building in this one.
Yeah,
isn't there?
I mean, look, I'm looking at that. Yes, that looks like a country lamppost.
Yep.
However, if we had, I don't know, a die cut of the Eiffel Tower, let's say, there's no reason that couldn't be a light post in a light post. What on earth is a light post? A lamppost in Paris.
Of course.
Maybe like lit post is how they say like a lamppost in French. I don't know.
If you could say it better in French than you can in English.
Lit post. This one here is your hanging sign and vines. This reminds me of like you're driving through the countryside and it says cherries, jam, marmalade, like, you know,
Yeah.
200 yards, so you can
Yeah.
call in and get some fresh fruit on the side of the road.
Yeah.
It's quite an odd concept, buying fruit on the side of the road, but it makes sense when you're in the countryside, doesn't it? This one here is your cottage window. Absolutely beautiful. And again, very English country, but I'm also seeing, you know, like little cute little cottage in Tuscany maybe. You
Ooh,
could really
yes.
theme this up with other things. I'm just
I love the floral stamps as well.
really cute, aren't they? And this one here, really beautiful. This is your garden gateway. Oh, imagine having a walled garden. I fantasize about it often.
Yes.
Really fancy. Then you've also got your idyllic meadow, and again you'll see what I mean by about the ability to build scenes with this
Yes,
particular
exactly.
collection. I love to create a scene in craft and away
heard
from
of it, I've heard.
craft and away from craft. You've got the grand oak here, which is a beautiful one. I love this. I think this is very clever. This is a cut and emboss folder, but it's also giving you an opening door element. I think that is really cool. I think we often, you know, have cut and emboss folders that create little apertures and stuff, but really nice that you've got that interactive element on this one. You've got perfect peony in here, your flower die, and you've also got perennials in pots as well. Love that. And then your sentiments. My oh my, that was like a marathon getting through that. There's an awful lot coming to you in that collection. $51.98 or $66. Platinum members, $124, $64, or $158.32. Right, I need to sit down after that, Corrine. Should we go for a demo?
With that collection?
Yeah, all right,
I
let's do
think
that.
We should. So we're going to use the hanging signs and vines. Now this is really clever because what it gives you is it gives you the stamp and the die as well. So I've got a piece of Nina card just here because we're going to do some colouring. We're going to have some fun with some colouring on here. So I'm going to take the first stamp off. Now this is where, for me, having the platform is key, because what we're going to do is we're going to stamp this first, and then we're going to stamp the hanging signs out. And then without moving anything, we're then going to go in and put our message on, our words on. So you can do it in two goes. And I just think, yeah, if you just use a block to do your stamping, yeah, it worked, but this way I know it's going to be perfect. So at this point, my signs aren't hanging on my what do you call it, on the post. We're going to keep them separate. And again, we're not going to stamp in black. We're going to do it in our rustic brown, because it's just going to look a little bit more subtle when we come to do the colouring. Black is perfect, but it can be a little bit harsh. So if we just come in with the brown, it's going to just give a much more subtle effect, and it's not going to jar against the pens in the same way. Still using my alcohol proof, because we're going to use our alcohol pens. And as I always say, I just think that Crafters Companion's way of labelling their inks is just so perfect. You know, they could have said it could have been labelled with what it's made of or anything, but no, we take all the hassle out. We just say alcohol proof, therefore you know you can use it with your alcohol pens. So line this up with my piece of card, and then we're going to stamp it on there. So that's going to stamp absolutely perfectly. There we go. Just make sure I've got all of the image, but I can always go back in if I've missed any bits. Pop that on there. There we go. Look at that. I'm actually just going to go in one more time just to put that on there. So if you do want to get your your ink pads. You can see the details on there. They're £5.99 each, which is absolutely perfect. I would be looking around and seeing if you can find all the different colours, because there are times, the black is perfect, but there are times when you might want something slightly more subtle, especially if you looked at our Natural Beauty stamps, the lovely ladies. I was stamping those in slightly different colours yesterday, and then we've got our image stamped. So what we can then do after that is I'm going to put those down, and I'm then going to pick up my sentiments. So I'm going to pick up here, we've got Enjoy the Little Things. So this is where my platform is perfect, because what I can do is I can come in and I can put each sentiment exactly where I want it to be. Enjoy the little things. There we go. And then just make sure I've got it lined up exactly right.
Do you know what I've never done, Corrine?
What have you never done?
The perfect summer activity. I'm going to do it this year. I say it every year. I've never been pick your own strawberries.
Haven't
I've
you?
never done it. I've always wanted to since I was a kid, never got round to it. I feel like you just don't see them as often anymore.
You don't. I have to remember it was definitely pastime in the summer when we were children.
Yeah.
We did it
And I remember growing up being a kid, and them being everywhere. I remember seeing signs for them on the side of the road in loads of different places.
Yeah. Yeah. But you can still do, if you go down Peterborough, Cambridge way, if you go out towards Norfolk, I'm sure you'll find
there's
lots
quite
of
a
places.
few around there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'll have to find one and go, because I imagine we're coming into that sort of season now, aren't we?
Oh yes, definitely. There we go. Look at that. So now we've got our sentiments on there. But you could be putting any of your sentiments on. Any of your stamps that you've got would work perfectly on there. So then we can let me just put my stamps back onto there. Take that off from here and lift that up. There we go. Move that out of the way. And then what I want to do is I want to get my dies out. So bring in my platform, pop this up, let's put it that way round. And then all we need to do is take the dies, no worrying about fussy cutting or anything like that. This is going to do it all for you. So we can then pop that on there.
Enjoy the little things. You know what? I think we forget that sometimes, don't we?
We do.
We're so transfixed on the big goals, we forget to, enjoy the little things.
I know. We need to remember that a little bit more, don't we? There we go. The things that really matter. I think the things that really matter are the people, aren't they, rather than things.
Absolutely. Yeah, not the annoying ones, though.
No. You don't matter.
I don't know any annoying people, so I wonder if that makes me the annoying person. Must do. That's what it means, I think, Corrine.
Do you not know anybody that's annoying?
Oh, actually, yeah, I'll take it back now. I'm having to think about it. It's quite a few.
There we go. Let's just putting those onto there, and then we can get this out of here. There we are. So now look at this. This is absolutely perfect. Look at that. So no worrying about cutting that out. Everything is cut out just as you want it to be. So once we've done that, now this is where the fun bit comes in, and I do love this because you get so much out of colouring them in yourself. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do this just with 3 pens. So remembering to bring in my piece of card first. You can see slightly different colour, so I'm just using my multi-purpose card, and we're just going to add some colour to these. So let's start with our vines. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come around the flowers, and the great thing is with the alcohol proof ink is it's dry straight away. I haven't had to wait 10 minutes, half an hour just to let it dry. It'll be dry as soon as I want to use it. So I'm going to come in with the first colour, and then I'm just going to add in a little bit with my next colour. There we go, just adding in that shade, and then I'm actually going to come in with my third colour to add in the stems. We can just lightly touch it on there to get the lightest touch all the way around. Oh, there we go, just like that. Actually, I'm not seeing the grading on there. Let's just put a little bit more in. There we are. Just keep going round like that. Let's do a bit more on here. This is where you can really have so much enjoyment out of these. Do you ever do any colouring, Joe?
I have actually, yeah. I've used the tri-blends and I actually got some really good results. I did a load of butterflies with them. I actually quite fancy the idea, when I go off to France, have I mentioned that I'm going to France in a couple of weeks? I don't think I've mentioned it.
No, I didn't know that.
No, just about an hour north of Marseille. It's going to be one of those real relaxed holidays, you know.
Yep.
You know, just breakfast in your dressing gown, sit by the pool, not really do a lot. So I actually think maybe I should take some colouring with me.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Can I take colouring pens in my hand luggage, or are they liquids?
No, I'm sure you can. I'm sure we've talked about this before, that people can, you know, people do the colouring on the trains and planes.
Yeah, must be able to. If you can take them in your hand luggage. So I'm obviously too much of a cheapskate to get a checked-in bag, Corrine. I've only got a carry-on bag.
I think when your prices of your flights went up so much, you probably panicked.
It did. I had a bit of an issue, didn't I, earlier in the week?
Yeah.
I was meant to book my flights to France 2 weeks ago, and when I looked, they were £110. And I went and looked at them, was it 3 days ago to book them?
Saturday morning.
And it had shot up to nearly £400. And the one that was the issue was, I think it was the return flight with the luggage was coming out at over £340 or something. But I worked out if I flew home on Saturday night rather than Sunday morning, the flight was £17 instead of like over £300. So it's all good. Maybe I could afford a checked bag now after all.
Yeah. I can't go without a checked bag.
Can you not?
No.
What, like a big checked in one?
I can't travel light. I've tried. It just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. It's I've tried and tried, but you just never know which pair of shoes you're going to need, so you've got to take them all with you, haven't you?
Don't know what's going on with the price of flights at the moment, but they are literally skyrocketing. It's weird, Corrine, because the price of some flights are skyrocketing, and then the price of other flights, you'll check a date and it'll either be ridiculous, like telephone numbers are so expensive, or super cheap. So strange.
Did you know that every time you go on to check with some websites, the next time you go on, it goes up in price?
Yes, I use. I'm going to give them a shout out. Why not? I use Skyscanner. It's an app that you download, and it checks all. So you just say, I want to fly from here to here on these dates. It compares all of the airlines for you and tells you like the cheapest, the quickest. How long it takes, and there's a Google Flights as well. I think there's another one called Kayak that you can use too as well, but the one I tend to use is called Skyscanner. I think Google Flights is better if you want to go somewhere but you're super flexible on the date. It shows you the calendar and then like the cheapest price against the calendar. It's very good. You save yourself a fortune compared to just looking with single airline. There you are.
The problem is sometimes you don't have much choice in flights. So where we're going, because we're going to see my parents, there's one company. Yeah. That we don't have any choice. We have to use that.
You have to use that one.
If we want to go in.
That's what it's like for going when I go to France. It's quite. It's not a well-serviced route, as I believe they'd call it in the trade.
No, we're going to Bergerac, which is the smallest airport ever.
Is it like a lean-to? It's basically a shed.
Yes, and when your bags come off, they're on rolly conveyor belts, so the person at the top has to pull them down. I kid you not.
I once flew not so long ago out of Southend Airport, which was always been an airport, more of an airfield, and it opened about 6 years ago as a commercial airport. Right. So I went and flew through there. I kid you not. You parked in the long stay car park and you could walk to the terminal. It was about a 2-minute walk to the terminal. So there's the terminal, there's the car park. You went in, there was one lane for security. Yep. There was one small shop and a cafe, and it was more like a coach station. And there were just 3 gates and that was it. It was quite lovely.
That's more than we get when we go to where we go in Bergerac. You literally have two ladies sitting taking, on the check-in. One chap on the arch to go through security, and then it's benches on the other side with a vending machine.
Wow! It sounds quite cute.
It is, it's lovely. But yeah, there's not a lot to do there at that bit. There we go. Now, look at that. Isn't that just adding in? Oh, I haven't been putting on the extra detail just on here. So how quickly can you bring that to life? It's so easy to bring that to life and to add that dimension. And then we're going to add in the dimension for the post. Now, I'm going to do it with my tri-blend pen, but if I find that I need a little bit more shading, I'll show you what we can do. So we can come in with our lightest colour, and I'm going to sort of colour in the direction that I would expect my wood grain to go in, because that's going to, you know, enhance the effect. And I'm just going to go round in sections, just round there. There we go. Just bring that down. Now, just put on the first coat.
It's funny how even with like one-dimensional colouring, you can still achieve texture, can't you? Because almost the brush marks,
the brush marks even,
the brush marks even give it sort of texture, which is really cool.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Now, normally we're all about getting this smooth blend so that you can't see the marks. But with this, I'm not going to be too worried, because I think if we have a few little sort of paler and darker bits, then it's going to help with the effect of the brush, you know, the grain. So I'm just thinking, where is it going to be darkest? It's going to be darkest under the panel, and then we can come round. Look, where that leaf is, it's going to be a little bit darker. It's going to be a little bit darker under there as well. And we can even go in with our darkest colour and just add in a bit. And I'm not going to do lots of blending with this, because I want almost to have that effect, you know, that tone on there. So we can just bring it in, and we can just bring in a little bit more dark effect just there. I think that also shows me that I can come up high. You know, you always, one of the things I've learnt with colouring is you always go, you can blend further than you realise. If you think, know what I mean, the first time you go, you think, oh, I need to leave a big gap, and then you realise that, oh no, actually it's not as big a gap as you need, or a smaller gap. So I can come across here. Again, I'm just colouring now in the direction that I want my wood to appear to go, so it will then just help with that grain effect, and across here and there.
Absolutely wonderful. You'll find the tri-blends over on the website. I know we had a deal on the tri-blend brush complete collection yesterday, so you can go and find those. Go back to yesterday's Colour Me Happy show and you'll be able to find that deal for sure, which was brilliant. Talking about those boxes we looked at, Val says I have all 3 boxes and love them. Have them on my shelf where I can dip into them at any time. I saw Swan Lake live in the 60s with Margot Fontaine and Nureyev. Now, you're going to have to excuse my ignorance, but I don't know who either of those people are.
They are probably the 2 most famous ballerinas ever.
Oh, wow.
Yes, absolutely. Margot Fontaine, very, very famous ballerina. And so was Nureyev.
Darcy Bustle, was she a ballerina?
I think she's just a dancer. I don't think, I might be wrong.
I'm not sure.
I might be wrong.
I'm going to Google, Corrine.
There we go. Let's just go a little bit darker on here. Now, if you do need to go in, make a little bit more depth, what you can do is you can look at that. So although this is grey, we can add in a little bit more darker elements just by colouring in with the grey and then going over with our brown. Can you see how that
beautiful.
adds even more depth and dimension?
Excuse us, Dame Darcy Bustle to us.
Darcy Bustle.
Dame Darcy Bustle. She is a retired ballerina.
She is a ballerina?
Yep.
Oh, right, I was wrong. Sorry, I didn't realise.
She trained at the Royal Ballet. Oh. There we are.
I knew she was a dancer, but I didn't realise she was a ballerina. There we go. I'm not really up on my ballet that much. Have you ever been to the opera?
Oh, Corrine, I knew you were going to ask that. And I thought earlier, shall I talk about the time I went to the opera?
Oh, I've never been.
And I thought to myself, no, don't, Jo, because you'll just sound like a whinger. So I didn't. I took it was an ex-partner of mine, it was his 30th birthday, and we went to the ENO, the English National Opera at the Coliseum in London. And it was not on my list of things to do anyway, but I didn't realise that the ENO, the English National Opera, is in English, so all of the operas are translated.
All right, yeah.
And you would think that would make it better, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Or easier. And the way they're translated is, I'm going to bed, 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 bed. I'm pulling the quilt up, quilt up, quilt up, quilt up, pulling the quilt up, quilt up, quilt up. Turn the light up, darling, 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 light up, darling, light out, light out, light out, darling. Oh, bedtime, bedtime, bedtime. Like, Honestly, no wonder people go and watch them in a language that they can't understand, is what I would say. Absolutely beautiful, incredible performances. It went on for about 83 days, it felt like. And I will not be returning.
You don't remember?
I just think that maybe just, you know, some things just are not for you. Some things, yeah, not for you. This was one of them. Have you been?
No,
Oh,
never.
I wouldn't bother.
No.
No, I'm only joking. I know people absolutely love them and adore them. I'm not really into opera music generally, so I mean, I was probably at a bit of a disadvantage. But my partner really, really wanted to go, so they absolutely enjoyed it.
Did
they
they?
loved it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Anyone in the gallery been to an opera? No? I bet Erin's been to an opera. Is she in there?
Who's been to an opera?
I bet Erin's been to an opera. She hasn't been to an opera. Oh. Been to the ballet, not to the opera.
No.
I've been
no.
to a couple of ballets. I went to the... no, I've only been to one. It was a Russian state ballet or a national ballet. It was very, very good. It may have been Swan Lake, actually, now thinking about it.
It was obviously memorable. Right, can you...
I went to see it at the Cliffs Pavilion in Southend. Sorry, anyway, carry on.
Can you see how we're colouring there? How
Beautiful.
we're adding light and shade and texture? And we could just carry on, but I think you might have had enough of seeing that and us waffling. But then, there we go. Can you see how we've just added that texture? You're bringing in the wood grain. Wood is probably going to be one of the easiest things to colour because you don't have to get that smooth blend in there at all. So it's going to make it really, really easy. So then we can... Oh, let me cover up the stamps. There we go. I have got my card base here. So this was started out as a it's not quite a 6-inch card. It's about 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, yes. So we've got our card base here, and we're going to use some lovely craft card, which I really enjoy using. I think it's such a beautiful, adds even more texture to your projects. So we can pop that on. And that's going to go on first. And what you'll see is we've cut off 2/3 of the bottom of the card, and we've kept, so we've got 2 pieces the same size, and that piece is going to go back on there in a minute. So we're sort of making that aperture. Now look at this. This is that gorgeous country lane. You've got the beautiful flowers, or you've got the wood grain on there. So I think on the back we'll have the flowers. So let's put that on like that. So we've got that gorgeous imagery coming through. Let's make sure, I think that goes that way up. I don't think there's a right and a wrong, but I like it that way. There we go. And then on these panels, so we've got the panel down there, we're going to do exactly the same, but this time we're going to have the wood grain showing. So let's pop those on. And if your craft card is two-tone like this, make sure you put it on the same way round, because otherwise that's the sort of annoying thing I would spot once I'd done it. So we can put that one on there, and like I say, we're going to have the wood grain on next. So we're using the opposite side.
Meredith's not happy, Corrine. She's been looking at flights, and she says, rightly so, you don't even get a carry-on case anymore.
No.
You don't.
No, not
Just
at
a
all.
small backpack, that's it. I can't get this fabulousness into a small backpack for a couple of nights going anyway. It costs me a fortune.
I know. It's quite hard. So I think we've got a carry-on bag and a small hold bag.
I did do the small hold bag only when I went to Brussels recently for 2 nights, and it was a struggle.
Yeah.
So basically just like a backpack no bigger than about this big. Very, very difficult.
Yeah. Well, we're lucky where we're going to stay. There is a washing machine and everything dries very quickly. So I'm hoping that I don't need to take too much. Right, so what we need to do is now we need to bring this back together. So I've got a piece of acetate now. Has this still got the protective film on, or has the protective film been taken off before I scratch it to death? Let's just check the other side. I can never tell. I think, no, the protective film's been taken off. That's okay. Right, and then I'm going to put my red liner tape on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right to the edge just here. Just there. Where's my scissors? I forgot to pick up a pair of scissors. Oops, there we go. And I'm going to put my red liner tape on at the top just here. Just there, like that. And then what I'm also going to do, just to make sure it's sealed, let me just measure up that. There's my piece of acetate. Yep, I'm going to put one on either, right at the very edge, as close to the edge as I can get. Oops, missed that. Gosh, if I can't see it and I'm right in front of it. There we go. One, and oh, it's on my glass mat. I thought my acetate was dirty. One on there, and on there. There we go.
I need to say an early happy birthday to the lovely Lynn Harvey. I'm not going to be here on Wednesday. It's her birthday on Wednesday. So happy birthday, Lynn, from me.
Happy birthday.
For Wednesday. And it's half term as well. Lynn's a teacher. So she's going to spend the week doing loads of crafting. Sounds amazing.
Sounds perfect to me. That's what we like to do. Birthday should be about doing what you enjoy, not what everybody else enjoys. There we go. One and two. So that tape, if you can see, I've got the tape and it's going to put one piece on there and then one piece catching down there. Just line it up at the bottom. There we go. And that's created, there we go, if I turn it around that way, you can see that lovely aperture. So we now just need to reinforce that. So we're going to add on our hanging element and then obviously our sign. So I just need some foam pads. Let's see if I've brought some larger foam pads. Oh yes, these ones. This is going to be better. Now I just need to put this over here so that I can see the best place. I don't want to put foam pads where the acetate is, if I can help it, because they'll be visible from the other side. It's much better if we can keep it a little bit of mystique. There we go. And then down here, oh, got two. There we go.
Yeah, I think what's great about that sign is you're going to be able to change that, put your own stamps in there.
Oh, yeah.
Put, write your own handwriting in there if you want to.
You can put your own
as
handwriting,
well.
or if you want to, maybe you could print a sentiment out from your computer
yeah.
and then line the stamp up, because they're clear stamps. You could then line the stamp up over the
Perfect.
printed element, so it would work just as well. And there's no reason why you can't put a sheet of Nina card through your printer, even if you wanted to,
Yeah, of course.
to do that. Just make sure you're printing on the right ink if you're then going to colour. So we can pop that on there, and then I think I need, there we are. And then let's see, I'm going to have to be quite careful with this if I want this to hang on there. So let's see, put that down there so I can put some sticky bits right at the top, just there. Oops.
But remember what's happening for the rest of the day then here on Crafters TV. 2 p.m. Here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast. We're going to have that masterclass. So we're going to be looking at all things Sarah's signature. It's absolutely loads of brilliant stuff, loads of great deals. Did we get to all of them in the show? I think we might have done. Yeah, I think we might have showed you all of them. But we're going to have 2 whole hours of playing around with those, which will be great. And then a little later, 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 o'clock on the East Coast, which is 10 a.m. West Coast. Myself and Corrine back for Monday Makers. It's going to be a glorious day.
Yeah, it's going to be really lovely. And we've got some fantastic demos to come throughout the course of the day. And it's quite an eclectic range. We've got chalkboard stamps, we've got a bit of colouring with our beauty, natural beauty. And like you say, we've got signature collections after 2 o'clock. So we've got a lovely range of things. But how about that? That's really reinforced it and made it a lot more robust. Let me put a finger behind there. How about that? That's just using two of the stamps and the dies, and then using those gorgeous paper pads. Really enjoyed putting that together.
Really glorious, absolutely gorgeous. Right, you've got a big decision to make, guys, because we didn't get a chance to do Card of the Month last night. So it is your decision now in this wake-up call. So let me share them with you. You've got 4 options. Oh yeah, it's upside down, there we go. You've got 4 decisions. So this one here is beautiful. Wonderful box there. It's like a card come box, isn't it, from Debbie Fisher. Really cool, that one.
Do you know who made that?
Debbie Fisher made that one.
Beautiful.
Then you've also got this one, which I adore. This is yours, Corrine. This was you and I, wasn't it?
It is. It was from our
Look at this.
craft along.
How beautiful.
It's home body.
Is that one there. So it's the home, it's from the Home Sweet Home, and it ties up as well. I'll tie that back up in a second. So that's number 2. Number 3 is Debbie Robinson's. And number 4 is also Debbie Fisher's. I'll quickly show you them again. 1 for Debbie Fisher, 2 for Corrine, which is this one just here. It's quite a card, that, isn't it? 3 for Debbie Robinson, 4 Debbie Fisher. Get your votes in now and we will pop another star up onto the board. In fact, whilst you do that, why don't we take a quick pause and we'll share with you all the details of US delivery.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die-cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die-cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend. Quick Buy, get yours now.
Absolutely, snap those quick buys up. I want to tell you about the chalkboard stamps that we're going to be looking at a little later. I love these. I know we've seemed to be talking about this a lot recently, but like, you know, traditional sort of handwriting or traditional sign writing style projects, they seem to be making a real resurgence at the moment. There's a couple of people that I follow on Instagram that do like traditional sign writing over old pieces of furniture. And these have definitely got that look and feel to them as well. So this one here is the greatest thing you can be is yourself. How glorious is that? This one here says, do more of what makes you happy. Amen to that. And then we've got, you don't have to be perfect to be amazing. You really don't. I love the font on the amazing there at the bottom. That one's really cool. Life is tough, but so are you. Really lovely sentiments. Make your dreams happen, this one here. We've also got enjoy the sweet little moments. I love them on the black. I do also love them on the coloured backgrounds as well. Right, it's a tie at the moment on the card of the month, so we need someone to coast. We need a couple more votes because we're tied at the moment. So we're waiting for one more or two more votes to come in. If you haven't voted, please do. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck in some sort of limbo. Laughter is the best medicine. I truly believe that is the case. Go out there and do amazing things. This one says, life is too important to be taken seriously. Absolutely it is. And we also have this one here. May you be forever blessed. as well. Really, really lovely sentiment in there, which is brilliant. So let's just share with you what else you're getting in this particular collection. You're going to get all your cardstock in here as well, which is great. You've got some really lovely colours. So you've got a really, you've got dark black. It works really well on the darker colours. So you'll notice you've got more darker colours in here. So you've got the navy, the burgundy, and you've also got the deep forest within there, and you get the anti-static bag as well. It's really important when you're heat embossing, especially on more detailed stamps like this, that you get those really lovely detailed effects, which is amazing. Don't forget also about the Best of Craft Awards. Its nominations are open, of course, at the moment. The details are right here on the bottom of your screen. bit.ly/bestofcraft. There you are. bit.ly, that's a new one on me. Is this like a new is it a new thing, bit.ly? The winner of the card of the month. I can't remember which one it was. I think I know what one it is. I believe it's number 2, which I believe is this one, isn't it? You've won!
Oh, yes!
Would you like to thank your family?
That's my first card of the month.
Would you like to thank your family, the Academy?
I would like to thank everybody who voted, and I'm really chuffed. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Can I put my star on?
Put your star on, yeah.
Because I get a sparkly one, don't I?
To put a star on there. I think it's a special star, by the way, not a normal star. It's a glittery star.
Sparkly one.
Sparkly star.
Oh, I am.
literally made Corrine's day.
You certainly have.
She's popping it on. She's going over and popping it up there. 2 stars for Corrine.
2 stars.
Up on the wall there.
There we go.
What a beautiful card. It was very well deserved,
Thank you.
Corrine, may I say. Shall we do card of the show?
Okay, we've got 3 to do, because there we go. What order were they in? There we go. Right, okay. So the first one we have was using the garden party. Wow, won't take my mind. So we used the box, and just to show you how you can decorate your boxes and, you know, how useful that can be. We then did number 2 was our treat box, our rolled up treat box, or triangle treat box, and the third one was our country lane. There we go. So 1, 2 or 3, country lane, treat box or garden party.
Amazing. Get your votes in then. Crafter TV on Facebook, Crafts Companion on YouTube. Got a couple of minutes to get those in. We'll have a little look at something myself and Corrine launched yesterday. We'll be seeing more of this later in our Monday Maker show as well. Is these brand new Natural Beauty stamp collection. $37.99 or $47.75. These are super cool. I mean, hair goals is what Corrine was calling these yesterday. So you've got this is not called ethanol beauty, as Johnny thought it was called yesterday. Ethereal beauty is what this one is called. Little Darling is the one that you've got just here. You've also then got your timeless braids. This one here is your luscious locks. You've got the effortless chic in there, and also the tumbling waves. You can get a couple of those on a multi-buy as well. Do check the details over on the website. $30.39 or $38.20 if you are a platinum member. I know we don't have long left, Corrine, but do you think we've got time to squeeze something in with these?
We're going to have a go. Right, okay, so these have been designed. This has already been stamped out, ready to go, just so we can do. We're not going to get it all finished, but I can show you what it looks like when it's finished. What we've done is we've given you some beautiful stamps that are going to work fantastically with our tri-blend brushes or our illustrators. Now, if you don't have the brushes or the illustrators, but you have the just the regular tri-blends, you're still going to be able to do this. But this is where we were when we were thinking about these. They were definitely thinking of these 2 pens. Now, to come up with the colours that I need here, I've had to sort of come up with, I'm going to mix my tri-blend brush with my illustrators. That's not a problem. It's the same ink in both. It's just different barrels, different brushes. So when you stamped it all out, you then can come in and do your colouring. So what I need to do is make a plan. You need to plan out your colouring. Don't just think, there's a lot of hair there. We've kept it nice and simple so you can add the detail with the shading. But plan it. Think of the sections. So if I'm looking at this, I'm looking at maybe this section as the first bit I would do. I might then think of this little ponytail element as the next. Then I might come down and do the fringe. But don't try and do the whole thing in one. Now I have got some card underneath, it's quite close in size. So then you just want to be thinking about your colouring. So this is one time when you might colour slightly different. I'm going straight in with my darkest colour first, and I'm just going to do little flicks to do this. Now, if you have got the Academy of Colour, you will have seen from Leanne how to colour hair. And if I can just say that the next one from the Academy Colour is all about the portraits. So you're going to get lots of hints and tips on how to colour hair. So just break it down and just do little flicks, just that hair, the strands of hair that you can bring in like this. So you can just come in there. I'm actually just going to then add the tiniest amount of dark, because if you think about it, where her hair is pulled into that ponytail, you're going to get the different colours, and then I can then start to bring in the colour. Now, if you watched the show yesterday, you will have seen that I really did come back in, and you know, I don't tend to colour it all in one go, and don't worry about a little bit of white showing. It really isn't a problem. And then you can just, that was 4, so yeah, that is lighter. Then we can just keep bringing in with our flicks, and we bring in the detail just like this. Now, the great thing is you can make this as personalised as you want it to be for the person that you're giving this to. So we can then just keep bringing this here. Now, I'm not going to get all the way through this, but we can then just bring in and bring it back in when we come back on our Monday Makers tonight, because we'll have a lot more time. But you can just see how, if you just keep adding in that texture and that highlight, can you see how it's starting to bring it together? But just keep adding little bits and just adding in that detail, just bringing it all together and just adding in. And sometimes walk away and leave it and come to the next section, because maybe that's what you need to. And also I sometimes like just to put in a little bit of detail like there. But can you see how you've got on there? Now, what you're aiming to do is to bring in her hair, but now look at that.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Can you see how we started here, and then we just add in the texture? And we will try and finish it, but then, wow, look at that, and put in the shade. And I just want to quickly show you, oh, it's not there. We did the one yesterday, didn't we, where we coloured her hair in the grey colours. That was absolutely amazing. So you can change the hair colours to exactly what you want. It's not there, can't see it.
I think it one card of the day, didn't it? So I think it's with the other card of the day.
So, yeah, have fun. We'll show you a lot more with these later, but just start off like this and then just bring in the detail, little flicks, that's all you need to do, and then you're going to be able to add in all of that detail.
I absolutely love the amount of light you get from the,
yes.
What was that you were using there? Was the tri-blend?
I was using the tri-blend, but
yeah.
it was the brush.
Amazing, isn't it? The amount of light and texture that you get on them. It's absolutely brilliant. Demo of the show was number 1, Corrine.
Number one, the box.
Doodly.
The garden party box, brilliant. I shall put that over on the shelf for later. Thank you.
Brilliant. Sounds wonderful. Right then, remember what's happening for the rest of the day here on Crafters TV. We'll be back with you in an hour's time with that amazing Sarah Signature Masterclass. Oh, I nearly fell over there. Did you see that? That'll be 2 p.m. in the afternoon. 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. on the East Coast, 6 a.m. over on the West Coast. And then later on tonight, Monday Makers will be back. Myself and Corrine will be here with that 6 p.m. in the UK, also 1 o'clock on the East Coast, 10 a.m. over on the West Coast. Don't forget also about the Memorial Day sale that we've got taking place. It ends at midnight tomorrow, which is brilliant, and you've got up to 75% off of selected items. So make sure you come and grab that. And also, don't forget to get your votes in for the Best of Crafts Awards. The nominations is what we're after. So if you'd like to nominate any of us, or the company, or the channel, or all of that, there's loads and loads of different categories that you can choose from. And the details are there on the bottom of your screen. We'll see you back here then in 1 hour's time. What are you looking forward to in the masterclass?
In the masterclass, just to show you the variety of the signature collections, because we're going to go across the whole range. Bit of vintage butterfly, country lane, dragonfly, them all. We're just going to touch on them all later.
Well, it's going to be absolutely glorious. I know how much you guys love the Sarah Signature collections, as do we here as well. Right, don't forget to check out your baskets. We're going to go on a bit of a gossip and some lunch and a bit of a natter, aren't we? Oh, I've got a chicken wrap with my name on it.
And me.
I think I might have to treat myself to a little bit of that coffee and walnut cake as well. I hope you have a great day. Hopefully I'll see you back here in an hour's time. Take care.